Naftali Bendavid, let me start with you. Give us your take on last night's debate.
Well, one of the things that jumped out at me was that it seemed very clear that both of them, but particularly Vice President Joe Biden, was trying very much to learn the lessons of the last debate between President Obama and Mitt Romney. Not only did he try to be forceful and aggressive and try to take charge of the debate in a way that many people felt President Obama hadn't, but also it was really striking to me when Paul Ryan was talking. Biden was very aware that the camera was on him, and he really played that up. Some might say he overdid it because he laughed sort of dismissively a lot. But clearly there was an attempt to learn the lessons of the last debate. And I actually thought Vice President Biden did pretty well. I mean, he was really playing out this idea that he's been there a long time. He sort of tried to depict Paul Ryan as a young whippersnapper, and I thought he was somewhat effective in doing that.
Cheryl.
Well, I think we should begin with the premise that vice presidential debates really don't matter all that much. Nobody votes for...
Maybe, but this one could be
right,
different.
Nobody votes for the vice president. I agree with Naftali that Vice President Biden did what he had to do. But honestly, I came away thinking that Paul Ryan looked pretty good. He was calm. He was measured. He kind of came off as a mini Mitt Romney to me. He seemed very well prepared, especially on foreign policy, which is an area that he hasn't had a lot of experience in. And I did think that some of the vice president's gestures, his laughing, and his frequent interrupting of Paul Ryan could have been a little bit off-putting to undecided voters.
Son of Mitt, I think, has been the observation about Paul Ryan. He does look a little bit like one of the Romney's sons, and he does behave in many ways like Mitt Romney, especially the Mitt Romney we saw in the first debate. So Paul Ryan looked like an excellent choice to be the number 2 on this ticket in the debate last night. But I also agree with Naftali that Joe Biden came out with a big assignment. He wasn't just debating against Paul Ryan last night. He was also debating against this hovering image of the performance by the president in the first debate on October 3rd, which has become infamous in a very short period of history. So he had to compensate for the listless performance. Many, many different adjectives have been used to describe the performance of the president in that first debate, and take the fight to the other side and actively, aggressively defend the Obama administration.